All right, well, a very big hello to everyone joining us on the channel today, and something a little bit different this time. It's a long weekend here in New Zealand celebrating Matariki, and I got a contact email from Greg from South Island Overlanders who said, would you be interested in coming along on one of the tours that he was running for the day? And I thought, absolutely, of course I would. I've got the four-wheel drive, but not necessarily the experience behind me to do this sort of thing on my own. And so here we are as a group of 5 or 6 vehicles, and we're at the meet-up point. We've just had the health and safety briefing, and now we're going to head out together as a group and drive in convoy to our start location. As far as communications, we're using the UHF PRS radio in the vehicles and keeping in contact. It's a beautiful morning. It's around 8:30, 8:45 now, and the sun has just come up and it's starting to warm up. You can see there it's going to be an absolutely cracker, gorgeous day. Greg's been doing four-wheel driving for about 45 years, done well over 1 million kilometres under his belt now, and both in South Africa or in Africa as well as the North and South Islands of New Zealand here. And so he's done well over 300 guided tours and led 11 expeditions, including a pretty cool one to the lost city of the Kalahari, as well as some others as well. So absolutely the perfect person to be taking out and doing these trips like this. And why a tag-along tour? Well, what's the purpose? Tag-alongs are for people that might be new to overlanding and don't feel confident or don't want to venture out on their own. It's a very affordable alternative to go in a small group of fellow overlanders and four-wheel drivers and get out there and explore tracks, beaches, and the outdoors with a small group of good folk. So South Island Overlanders offer day trips, overnight trips, as well as some camping trips and accommodation in some of the cabins as well. Why join a group like this? It might be that you're new to the region and don't know the area. It might be that you want to get into four-wheel driving and overlanding and it's not something that you're confident with. You've got a vehicle but not necessarily people to travel with. And it's a great way to make and meet friends with a similar interest base as well. Tag-along tours, they're kept to reasonably small numbers, so for those people that like the peace and quiet of smaller groups and good folks, these are absolutely perfect. And if you're really new to four-wheel driving or this type of travel, it's a great way to learn from a bunch of people with very extensive experience in a safe environment, and get out there and enjoy the nature. So here we are, we're starting on the trip, and we're going to be heading up the river here and finding a nice place to stop for a late breakfast slash early lunch with each other. So as you can see, it's starting to get even more beautiful out there at the moment. The sun's up and the skies are blue, so I'll leave you with that for the moment and we'll head off and take a look at the area. Well, word's just come in over the radio there that a good location has been spotted for us to stop and set up for the breakfast / morning tea there. And Greg's just going ahead there, scouting out the area, and he's found a great location. So we're going to be pulling up very shortly here and setting up camp for the breakfast. So you can see that sun's starting to really kick in now, and it's certainly warming up. It was probably 7 or 8 degrees Celsius when we started, and it's starting to get slightly warmer. Alright, so here's a shot of the cars all piled up there. There's actually a couple that you can't see behind that one in the background. And everyone had quite different setups, from the very extreme to the very basic, but they all worked very well. Here's Greg's fold-out kitchen or pull-out kitchen there, and he made the most delicious Japanese okonomiyaki, which we had, I got to sample, which was delicious. And his darling wife also made these beautiful homemade scones, and they were divine, with some nice butter and a jam there as well. Simply delicious. And yeah, we probably spent about an hour there talking through things and getting to know each other. And then we headed off back into the vehicles and left in the rough direction from whence we came. An absolute amazing morning with some really cool people, in fact. So this is it here. We're just going to head back out the river the way we came. And so I'll leave you to enjoy those views as well as we head out. Alright, so we've headed out to where we effectively began our trip, and just having that final debrief, making sure everyone cover off everything we needed to cover off, made sure that everyone enjoyed themselves, had a bit of discussion, checked the gear back in, and then heading off out the way we came here up this gravel track to the main highway, and then everyone heading in their separate directions back to their homes. So, gotta say, I thoroughly enjoyed the trip today. Greg and the team were absolutely amazing, very knowledgeable and very skilled at what he does there. He made it um, a very enjoyable experience for everyone there, and I'm absolutely looking forward to coming along on the next trip as well. It was great to socialise with some people I wouldn't have met otherwise, and to hear some stories of some pretty epic trips that it sounds like they've taken, Greg himself's taken around the world, and also some of the other members as well today. And I have no doubt that I'll see them on some other trips in the very near future as well. So if four-wheel driving and overlanding is something that you enjoy, or something that you have thought about doing or getting into, and you're based in the South Island and you're looking for a great group of people to go along, then go and check out the website. I'll put it at the end of this video as well. So southislandoverlanders.co.nz. Send a message through to Greg, and I'm sure he'd be absolutely happy to discuss any questions or queries that you might have about the process of coming along on one of these tours and getting out there and experiencing nature like this. And until the next video, folks, keep safe and keep prepared out there. Thanks very much, and big thanks for joining us on this trip here today. Cheers.